Okay, so a question I get asked very often is, what about hats? What about hoodies? Pieces that have the hats on them. So typically what you would do is you would cut this one. I used part of it for my son's blanket. I knew I wanted to use the rest of it, so like the hat part, on my other son's blanket because they used a lot of the same clothes, a lot of hand-me-downs. So we're gonna combine them. So what typically, if this still had the front, what you would do is you're going to go through the whole process. You're going to still cut along all of the seams all the way to the top. When you get to the top to where the hoodie is, you're going to cut all around and then just continue on the rest of it. Like I said, I use the front for the front design on my son's blanket, one of my son's blanket. The next one, I'm going to use just the hood on my other son's blanket. I thought it would be so cute. It's a little baby Yoda. So I will show you guys how I will put it on there. So on this one right here, since I don't need the rest of it, I just need the hood, I'm going to cut what's left of it. So I'm going to just cut along the seam, the bottom side of the seam for now. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'll fix it later on. So now here I have the hat. Okay. Has the tags, but I'm not worried about that right now. We will deal with that later when the time comes, when I have to add it onto the blanket. But that is how you would cut the hat off. You're also going to still want to, when it comes time to attaching it to the blanket, you see I still have multiple layers. You want it to be the same as any other clothing item where you only want it to be one layer. So when it gets time for me to cut it onto the blanket and we'll continue on, I will most likely go across here pretending there's a seam right here, and I'm just going to go up, around, and go all the way around behind the ears because I want to keep the ears as that's the most cutest item. And that's what I'm going to do. For informational purposes, this is all I have right now. This is all I'm going to be able to do right now. I'm barely in the beginning stages of getting my next blanket together. But that's how you would do a hat.